Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. So we got a package to open. Package is from Universal Coin and Bullion. I'm always excited to open these. This is how I preserve my wealth. Some people like to put it in the stock market. Some people like to put it in Bitcoin. Some people like to put it in cryptos. Some people like to buy the occasional coin here and there. And I'm one of them people. I believe that as they print more money, I think gold and silver will only continue to climb. I know some people have said, man, it seems like you buy the same stuff all the time. You don't like diversify into different types of coins. You know, I like to buy what the specials are. And if today they happen to be running a special on 10-ounce bars, and I'm getting it closer to spot, then that's what I'm buying. I recently got a package just like this that I opened up for my son, and now I'm opening up one for me. The reason I do this, I've taught my son about real money, sound money, and how a lot of countries still, they may have their own fiat currency like we do here in the US, the dollar. Maybe they got the ruble, maybe they got the peso, maybe they got whatever. But the wealthy understand that this is money. And I think when people teach their kids that this is money, I think that really changes the game. Now, I know coin like this, maybe they'll make a small amount one year and you won't really be privy to that knowledge. I've got a few of them, graded MS70s. Perfect condition, early release. Those are collectibles, yes, but they're also gold. And right now, we're seeing the collectible market on coins go through the roof. I talked to a couple bullion dealers, specifically Chris over at Universal Coin and Bullion, where this package came from. And he's told me he's never seen the markets this good on collectible coins. Even his boss has never seen him this good. The proofs and the MS70s, the old coins, the Carson City Gold Eagles, the Carson City Silver Eagles are through the roof right now. And on top of that, it's a unique situation because we're also seeing gold and silver going up right now because we're seeing inflation. Now, yes, we've seen it come down a little bit, but we've also seen it go up a lot. If you look at over the years, we've seen silver climb. I've only been in silver for roughly 6 years. So I've only really been following the markets for 6 years. I remember when I was in the Navy, I don't know if I've ever told this story in a video. I should dedicate a video to it. But I worked with a kid that every payday, he bought a small gold coin and a small silver coin. And he'd send it home to his parents. I said, why? Why not just send him the money? He goes, and he explained this was real wealth. And I feel bad a little bit to this day from that because I laughed at that. I said, really? You're saying this is wealth? This is money? Have you seen the .coms? .com is where the money's at. That was the big thing in 2000 when I was in the Middle East. I took my check and I put a lot of it in .coms. And .coms did very well. I did real good in the stock market. And I pulled it all out to buy my first house. Only I felt horrible. When I cashed out of the stock market, I felt bad. I took all my savings out of the stock market so I could buy a home, a house. Really? I could have left it in there and been a millionaire. That's what I thought back then. At the rate that it was making money. And it turned out not even 2 months later, the .com bubble happened. It popped. Friends of mine that were in the .coms lost everything. They weren't ready to buy a house. They wanted to rent. Me, I don't like renting. I don't want to pay someone else's mortgage. When I had first when I first got back from the Middle East, at that point I was young and I was getting married and I didn't want to rent and I couldn't have a wife that lived with me on the base. At the time, they didn't have husband and wife barracks, I guess you could say. And this was many years ago. We were having a kid and I said, you know what? Cash in the stock market, put it away, be done with it, and get a house and own a home. And now looking back at it, it was probably the best choice of my life that I had done that. It's a touchy subject a little bit. When I got talking there for a minute, I kind of froze up a little bit because I'm no longer with my wife anymore. So I sometimes think about it, and when that came up, it just made me think about it for a minute. But you know, the thing I wanted to point out as I got off on a big tangent there is that I had laughed at that kid when he was putting money in the stock market, in gold and silver, buying a gold coin for $400 an ounce. Pfft. An ounce of silver, $5, but he was actually paying like $9.99 for every American Silver Eagle. Back then, that's what an American Silver Eagle cost. I got magazines still to this day that say $9.99 per eagle. And you ain't touching an ounce of gold for $400. You ain't touching an eagle for $9.99 anymore. And looking back at it, now I know. I didn't catch on to it the first time. 2008 came around. I seen it go up, and I thought of that kid. I thought to myself, I was already out of the military at that point, and I said, I wonder if that kid kept stacking, you know, as the price really just fiddled around and didn't do anything. Kind of like we feel today. Are we wasting our time stacking? Am I buying this stuff for nothing to never see my day come? Am I going to, you know, get fed up with it and sell it all and just get out? Or am I going to be there at the finish line saying, I knew what I knew, I believed in what I believed in, and I stood fast. Even when everybody told me, invest in cryptos, invest in the stock market, this is the age of crypto. They were saying I was saying this is the age of .coms. .coms is where the money's at. Now we're saying crypto's where the money at. Stock market's where the money's at. It comes around. Once you've been around, you start getting a little older in life, you start realizing it does always repeat. It's funny. The old people, Mike Malone, and all these guys, you know. I'm trying to think of some of the other names right now. Can't believe I can't think of any. For how many of them I've watched over the years, Jim Rickards and all these guys. Even my favorite one, I can't think of it. Man, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. It's driving me nuts. You know, they've told people that we're going to see it. It's coming around again. I'm going to be there at the finish line. And the lower it goes, the more I'm going to get. And if it means at the end of the day, end of the year, I've got 2-3 boxes, safety deposit boxes full, stacked up, well, that's okay. I don't mind. I mean, I've heard people tell me, look at the money you spend. Why do you spend all them fees just to hold it? I've had people say, why don't you keep it at your house? I'm public about my thoughts on this. Therefore, I would not do that. So, I mean, it's something to think about. But now I'm teared up a little bit. This is one of them videos. I'm glad you can't see me. But I'm going to keep stacking. And in the end, it doesn't matter whether it's bullion, sovereign mints, or the United States mint, or the Austrian mint, Canadian mint. It doesn't matter. It's all silver, and it's all going to go up, I believe. None of this is financial advice, nor should it be taken as such. Do your own research. Use this as a starting point. Look at the historical charts on gold and silver for yourself and see if what I'm saying doesn't make sense. What I'm telling you guys is from what I've seen in my life and what I think is going to happen. And I know it's frustrating. I'll be the first one to say, I don't like buying a 10-ounce bar of silver and then being able to buy it for cheaper 2 weeks later. And then seeing a paper price that doesn't even portray anything near what I spent on it. But that's okay, because the end is what matters. So with that being said, please hit that thumbs up button. Please hit that like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much, Bull Tide over at Universal Coin and Bullion, for another great deal. Some more great products. I love them always. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.